No. No. No, no, no. No. Forgot I had that. No. No. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. No. Oh, here it is. Hey guys, it's Orko again, or John, whatever you want to call me, I don't care. You guys decide, let me know. For the 7 people who still watch my YouTube, this is a new kind of show I'm gonna try to do. See if you guys like it. Mystery Science Theater episode reviews. That sounds good. Okay, let's get started. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Volume 1 of the Mystery Science Theater box sets. I guess it's called the Mystery Science Theater Collection. So we're going to start off with Volume 1. This is Volume 1. It's currently out of print. It was released in 2002. This box set's a little interesting, and I don't know how many of these they did. Because like I said, a lot of the earlier ones are out of print. But this one has some like kind of stuff you see on an 80s pop-up book. So, like the little rocket moves, and then there's this little spindle with the bots, Mike, Joel, and the Mads saying random clips from the show. So yeah, each volume comes with usually 4 sets. There have been exceptions. But this was the first one. It was published by Rhino, like I said, back in 2002. And it came with 4 movies, Bloodlust, Catalina Caper, The Creeping Terror, and Skydivers. And these are some great movies to start out with, because before they were just doing single episodes, and box sets make it a lot easier to collect the show. Now, like I said, this volume is discontinued, so I don't know if they re-released these movies, but this version of them is no longer available. We're going to do it episode by episode. So first we're going to go by the, well, I suppose there's more packaging to talk about. It came with this little booklet, which really has nothing but chapter information. There's a list of DVD and VHS titles and box sets, or box titles. But I think those are all 3-packs, so those were all VHS titles. And so yeah, there's not really much to the book. Let's put that back. And then there's the 4 discs. So the only real bonus features on here, which there are almost none, each disc is double-sided, which means duh, it's double-sided. But one side has the episode and the other side has the actual movie without the episode put in it. So if you just want to watch the old movie, you can just watch the old movie. You don't need any MST commentary or anything like that. And then 3 of the movies, Skydivers, Bloodlust, and Catalina Caper, their movie trailers are on here. I don't know how they even find those. So yeah, let's get started with the movies themselves, and we're going to start with Catalina Caper. Let's start with the episode. The episode is hysterical. It's in their 2nd season. It was experiment. See, they numbered them by experiments, not actual episodes, because the Mads, these were all experiments, you know, and they're just seeing how Joel or Mike would react to them. So Catalina Caper was experiment 204. So it's the 4th episode in their 2nd season, and this movie was goofy. I honestly think it was partially meant for kids. Some guy who looks like he's supposed to be Don DeLuise steals a painting, gives it to some guy who's gonna have his wife paint a duplicate of it and sell it to some exotic crime boss. They put it in a scroll. Scroll falls into the water, and the whole movie revolves around these people, everybody trying to get this scroll. And it's honestly more of a comedy than anything else. There's a scene of Little Richard singing in it, which is honestly the only real talent in the movie. It stars Tommy Kirk, if you've ever heard of who that is, Del Mar, Peter Daria, and Robert Donner. I have no idea who any of those are, with the exception of Tommy Kirk. Seen him in one other episode. I think it was The Village of the Giants. He might have been in more. I don't remember. The episode itself is hysterical because the movie gives them a lot to work with. There's the creepy girl. There's Little Richard. You could watch this movie with or without the MST because you could make your own commentary and it'd still be just as funny. Next we're gonna do 7. Okay, this can't be the right number. Show 109. Nuh-uh. Oh, okay. Here, yeah. See, the box set numbered an episode wrong. We're gonna do Skydivers next, which is episode 609, Experiment 609. For some reason on the box it's Experiment 109. I think that was just a misprint, honestly. Skydivers is honestly one of my favorite episodes because this is an episode I remember from when I was a kid, and the show was made in the late 80s and early 90s. At least this chapter of it was. The movie actually started with a short about industrial arts, and I guarantee you, anybody who's not a Mystery Science Theater fan, you show them the episode starting with this short and they will laugh their ass off. I promise you. But the short is hysterical. The movie, not so much, but it's still MST, so it's going to be funny as hell. Skydivers is about a movie about a skydiving company where there's a little bit of a love triangle, there's a little bit of murder, and it's just god-awful. But as an episode, it's funny and awesome. As a movie, you're going to fall asleep. And I think Crow said it best, and keep in mind, I'm mentally handicapped when I say this. Somebody with attention deficit disorder edited this film. So, moving on, we're going to do Bloodlust. Now, this is one of the two on this box set I had to rewatch because I hadn't seen it in a while. Bloodlust was about a movie about 4 people who go to this island. They're just wandering on a boat, and they said, hey, look, there's an island over there. Let's go check it out. Turns out the island is run by some super rich guy who decides he enjoys hunting man. And I wish I was kidding. He's got stuffed people in his little cavernous basement, and it's right out of so many of those hunting man movie cliches you might have heard about. He gives him a running start, says, oh, I'm going to give you a fighting chance. But of course he bullcraps him. It's just different. Even for the 50s or whenever this movie was made. When do they say? No, it doesn't say when the movie was made. But this episode is hysterical. It's oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. But the movie might not be that bad either. It's hit or miss, honestly. I can't really promise if you like it or hate it. Yeah, this one started with a short too. Uncle Jim's Dairy Farm, which is basically a short about like these 2 kids who visit their uncle's farm during the summer, and they're there all summer, basically so the parents don't have to deal with their kids all summer. And it's what you'd expect. There's a narrator, so like it's completely dumbed down. Like this is what they do to feed the pigs, or the girls love to spend time with the little chicks because they're soft and fluffy. Ugh. The short, I don't know if the shorts are on the thing where you can watch by themselves. Do not watch the shorts by themselves. It's just a waste of time. The episode is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And that brings us to the Creeping Terror. This is an awful film. Every movie cliche you've ever heard about the teenagers in Makeout Alley, it's like, oh, Billy, I hear something. Oh, come on, baby. And there's a monster behind her and eats them both. I swear it was taken straight from this movie. Creeping Terror was the most god-awful garbage fest I've ever seen. Oh, I had to take notes. No, this thing was awful. There were some good things. The movie itself was awful. The episode was awesome. One of the best parts I noticed was, alright, this show was shot in Minnesota, where I am from. They make a reference to the Metrodome, which is kind of He's funny at the time, but now it's kind of, I don't know how to feel, because they're in the process of tearing the Metrodome down right now. And yeah, so that was a little weird. This was the dumbest monster I've ever seen in my life. It was some kind of cross giant leech, centaur, snail thing. It was basically a leech that had propped itself up and was waddling like that, if that makes sense. This thing will go around eating people, and it ate people by getting close to them, and the people would like basically climb themselves into his gut, which is obviously a bad movie cliche. For the story purposes, that's not what happened. You sucking them in. No. You can easily tell that these people are basically pushing themselves into the monster. There's this scene where we're at a dance or something. It's like, it looked like a prom for senior citizens, or middle-aged people anyway. And the dancing, these people don't know how to dance, so they're just swinging around a 50s disco or whatever you want to call it. I couldn't even ID this music. But this scene went on for a while, and the monster, the only time ever in the movie he actually goes in a building, don't even ask me how he got in the building, comes in and starts eating people, and I swear half the people didn't even notice. They're still swinging around. There's this drunk at a party, and at some point, the monster's already in there. He's already eating people. People are scattering, and out of nowhere, a fist fight breaks out. And I'm like, do you guys notice the monster coming around eating people? No, you're just pissed off. You're gonna beat the crap out of each other. It's like, what's happening in this movie? And the kicker is that some scientist out of nowhere pulls out of his ass this, trying to make sense out of the plot at the last minute. Oh, these monsters were actually walking laboratories that weren't just eating people. They were studying them for their weaknesses to signal to aliens out in the future, and or not in the future, but out in space. And like, where did you pull that out of your ass? And like, you just check the monster over, pull a box out of it, and you know what's going on. And do not watch this movie without MST. Actually, do watch it with MST, because it is so stupid. You can't help but make fun of it yourself. You can't get through this movie with a straight face. I don't even know how it got made, honestly. Oh, jeez. But yeah, the episodes are hysterical, because honestly, I've noticed a formula. The worse the movie is, the better the episode is. With some exceptions. There's two movies I can't really sit through. One is Tormented, because it genuinely creeps me out a little bit. The movie itself was bad, but it genuinely scared me a little bit. And the other one was Kitten with a Whip. And that's just because it was so awful, and Anne Margaret's in that movie, and she plays this character who just irritates me so much. I just can't take more than like 5 minutes of that episode. Or movie. Take your pick. So yeah, oh, here's another thing about the monster from Creeping Terror. The box description refers to it as a blob-like monster. This thing is not a blob. They just didn't really have any other way of describing it, and it's like, there's no specific shape it's in. Let's call it blob-like. So yeah, the box set itself is out of print, but it's a great start for the series, the MST collection. It says here I have to grade the movies, episodes, and the set. Okay, movies. I'll give them an A through F, I guess. Catalina Caper, easy A. Skydivers, A+, only because of the short. The short's called I think it's called Why Study Industrial Arts. That is the funniest thing I ever saw in a long time. Bloodlust, I'm gonna give it a C+. Creeping Terror, that has got to be a D- at best. Episode grades. Bloodlust again. As an episode, I'd give it a B. Catalina Caper, A+. Skydivers, A+, same reasons. Creeping Terror, C+. The movie just hurts the episode, honestly. like I said, the worse the movie is, the funnier an episode is, but they had to fight for this one to be funny. The set itself, I gotta give as a grade over every set I've seen so far. B plus A maybe. A big flaw I had with this box set was that there was only one episode with Joel, and the other 3 had Mike, which is no problem. I like them both the same pretty much. It's just I feel it's better because they both had the exact same amount of time on the show. Maybe Mike had like half a season more. I feel like it was still real easy to get 2 of Joel and 2 of Mike in like every box set. With the exception of, I can only think of 2 exceptions. Every box set has had 4 episodes, and I don't know, there really doesn't feel to be any genuine excuse to have only 1 Joel episode. I don't know what it goes for now on Amazon or eBay. I think I paid like $50 for it, maybe 30. But that was a while ago. It might have gone up. But if you can find it, check it out. It's awesome. Okay, so that's it for the review. Now I want to know what you guys think. Do you want to see more of these MST review episodes, or do you want me to just stop now? Because I wouldn't blame you if you wanted me to stop. So, let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think of my opinions on the set. I want to do more. I'm going to try to do more. I have to admit, I'm limited by the amount of sets I have. I have plenty for now, but you can never have enough. And I know I don't have them all. I have maybe a third of them. So, let me know what you think. And until next time, good journey.
In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there was a guy named Joel, not too different from you or me. He worked at Gizmonic Institute, just another face in a red jumpsuit. He did a good job cleaning up the place, but his bosses didn't like it, so they shot him into space. Listen to QC movies, the worst we can find. You have to sit and watch them all. It will monitor his mind. Now keep in mind Joel can't control where the movies begin or end, because he'll use those special parts to make his robot friends.
Robot roll call, Kamba, Gypsy,